Goldilocks, which is now part of the English Language Dictionary and Vocabulary, comes from the Tagalog word bundok, meaning mountain. Catch Aral TarlakHenyo every Monday to Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. over Radyo Pilipino DCTC 828 and streamed live on Facebook page and YouTube channel of RTV Tarlac, Channel 26. I am Jeremiah Gakutan, your English teacher broadcaster. Let's learn English together only here on Aral TarlakHenyo.
Learners, welcome to another fun and exciting journey of learning in English 9. This is Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26, simulcast over DCTC 828 Radyo Pilipino Tarlac. We are also broadcasting live at Converge Cable TV, Channel 100. This is Catherine Zeta D1, broadcasting live here in Josephine M. Coangco National Technical Vocational High School. Your teacher broadcaster for today. At this point, prepare yourself to an exciting journey in your English subject. Make sure that you have with you your paper, pen, and printed learning activity sheets. Are you ready? Let us begin. In today's lesson, we will check your understanding of what you have learned in the previous episode by engaging yourself on the different activities related to the previous topic that I'm surely you will enjoy. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to analyze literature as a means of understanding unchanging values in the VUCA world: volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. Relate the text content to particular dispositions in real life, and illustrate understanding of the literary text through the use of a graphic organizer. In this episode, we will go through the following activities. Activity 1, let's review. Activity 2, spot me out. Activity 3, fleshing out a character. Activity 4, are we the same? Activity 5, where the character. Now, let us recall our previous lesson by answering our Activity 1. Let's review. Activity 1, let's review. Determine if the situation given in each number shows volatility, uncertainty, complexity, or ambiguity. Number 1. Matilda was stressed after having such elegant dress for the party. What is the answer? Comment down your answer in the comment section. Very good. The answer is ambiguity, because Matilda is an ambitious woman who always wants to seek attention and impress other people. Number 2. Victor was hesitant to tell the truth about the missing necklace. If your answer is Uncertainty, you are right. Victor is hesitant because he thinks that the necklace is expensive. So he suggested to Matilda to make alibis to her friend while they are looking for the lost necklace. Number 3. Matilda was a gorgeous young-looking woman. She's beautiful and has a loving husband, but always ended up worrying about the things she doesn't have. If you commented volatility, you are correct. Volatility because Matilda is an ambitious woman who wants more than what she has and what her husband can afford to give. Number 4. Matilda was crying after seeing the invitation for the party. What do you think is the answer? Good job! Ambiguity is the correct answer because Matilda was expected to be happy because she always wanted to attend party, but she ended up crying, realizing that she does not have anything elegant to wear. Number 5. Victor was a loving husband. Despite his wife's discontentment, he manages to love and support her until the end. If you commented complexity, you are correct. Victor shows his love to his wife until the end despite of her flaws. Job well done, learners! Obviously, you have understood the previous lesson about buka and the literary text entitled The Necklace by Guy de Maupassant. Now, let us proceed in Activity 2, Spot Me Out. You are going to identify whether each dialogue depicts volatility, uncertainty, complexity, or ambiguity. Are you ready? Let us start. Number 1. The day of the party drew near, and Madame Loisel seemed sad, uneasy, and anxious. Her dress was ready. However, one evening her husband said to her, "What's the matter with you? You've been very odd for the last 3 days." "I'm utterly miserable and not having any jewels, not a single stone to wear," she replied. "I shall look absolutely to no one. I would rather not go to the party." What do you think is the answer? If your answer is complexity, you are right. Number 2. "Look here, Matilda," he persisted. "What would be the cost of a suitable dress, which you could use on the other occasion as well? Something very simple." She thought for several seconds, reckoning up prices, and also wondering for how large a sum she could ask without bringing upon herself an immediate refusal, and an exclamation of horror from the careful-minded clerk. At last she replied with some hesitation, "I don't exactly, but I think I could do it in 400 francs." Please comment down your answer in the comment section. If you commented uncertainty, you are correct. Number 3. The other did not recognize her and was surprised at being thus familiarly addressed by a poor woman. But madam, she stammered, I don't know. You must be making a mistake. No, I am Matilde Loisel. Her friend uttered and cried, oh, my poor Matilde, how you have changed. What is the answer? If you answered complexity, good job. Number 4. Madame Forestier had halted. You say you bought a diamond necklace to replace mine? Yes, you hadn't noticed it? They were very much alike, and she smiled in proud and innocent happiness. Madame Forestier, deeply moved, took her 2 hands. Oh, my poor Matilde! But mine was imitation. It was worth at the very most 500 francs. What is the answer? If you commented ambiguity, you are right. Number 5. Madame Forestier went to her dressing table, took up a large box, brought it to Madame Loisel, opened it and said, choose, my dear. First, she saw some bracelets, then a pearl necklace, then a Venetian cross in gold and gems of exquisite workmanship. She tried the effect of the jewels before the mirror, hesitating, unable to make up her mind to leave them, to give them up. She kept on asking, haven't you anything else? Yes, look for yourself. I don't know what you would like best. What is the answer? Please type your answer on the comment section. If you answered ambiguity, you are correct. Job well done, learners! Did you get a perfect score? Oh, excellent! It seems that you already know how to analyze literature as a means of understanding unchanging values in the VUCA world. Now, after identifying the dialogues depicted in the literary texts, let us go deeper as we answer Activity 3, fleshing out a character. Activity 3, fleshing out a character. Answer the questions in the skeletal system graphic organizer using the selection entitled The Necklace by Guy de Maupassant. As you can see, there are questions in here. Number 1, what does this character think about the society she or he lives in? What plans this character make? Important things she or he said. What is at the heart of his or her personality that causes him or her to act and say what he or she does? What she or he did. what she or he tried to do. What are his or her personality strengths? What are his or her personality weaknesses? I will give you 10 seconds to answer. And write down your answer in the comment section. Great job, grade 9 learners! You were able to complete the skeletal system graphic organizer by answering the questions based on the literary text. Are you excited with our next activity? Alright, our next activity is called Are We the Same? So in this activity, you are going to compare and contrast Matilda's personality with yours using Venn diagram. Very good, learners! You were able to illustrate your understanding of the literary text through the use of the graphic organizers. Now, to further check your understanding of the lesson, you will have another activity as your performance task. Activity 5, Wear the character. Make a skit out of the given situation. Record your video in not more than 5 minutes and upload it on your social media account. Be guided by the rubrics below. So this is the situation. In the present generation, where people judge the socio-economic status of a person, an individual tends to make a decision of wanting more than what he or she has, just to impress others. If you were Matilda, what would you do if you borrowed something from a friend and you lost it? To score your performance task, let me present to you the rubric. We have excellent, good, fair, and poor, and each of them has corresponding points. In order for you to get an excellent point under organization, your presentation was very organized and was very easy to follow. Under good, presentation was fairly organized. Under fair, presentation was not clearly organized. And under poor, presentation lacked organization. Now, in order for you to get an excellent point in the character development, you should have exemplary evidence of appropriate acting technique for character development. Under good, sufficient evidence of the appropriate acting technique for character development. Under fair, some evidence of appropriate acting technique for character development. And under poor, no evidence of appropriate acting technique for character development. For you to get an excellent point, under voice, voices were loud and clear. Words were easily understood. Under good, students spoke clearly, but it was difficult to understand some of the script. Could have been louder. Under fair, voice and language was not very clear. Could have been much louder. And for poor, could not understand what was being said due to lack of clarity and low volume of speech. Same as true with time. You have there the indicators on how you will get your point under excellent, good, fair, and poor. Congratulations, grade 9 learners. Indeed, you have a great job today. I hope you have learned a lot in today's episode. Until our next lesson in English Line here in Aral TarlakHenyo on RTV Channel 26, simulcast over DCTC 828 Radyo Filipino Tarlac. This has been your teacher broadcaster in English, Catherine Zita Tadiwan. Thank you and enjoy learning in the new normal. Until next time, stay safe and healthy. God bless everyone.
Naalala mo ba yung ECQ, MECQ, GCQ at MGCQ? Ngayon, dalawa na lang ito, ECQ at GCQ na lamang. Sa ilalim ng GCQ, meron tayong tinatawag na COVID-19 Alert Level System. Ito ay bahagi ng pinakabagong Community Quarantine Classification, kung saan may alert level system na nahati sa 5. Ang level ay nababase sa case transmission, total bed utilization rate at ICU utilization rate ng isang syudad o munisipalidad. Ang bagong classification system ay binuo ng IATF upang mapigilan ang pagkalat ng COVID-19. Ito ay nakabase sa mga alituntunin ng 3C strategy na closed, crowded at close contact. Ang bagong sistema ay sinusubukan pa lang sa Metro Manila gamit ang Alert Level 4. Pero ano nga ba ang mangyayari sa level na ito? Tulad ng dati, mayroon pa ring mga bawal lumabas. Ito ay ang mga taong ang edad ay mababa sa 18 taong gulang. Mga may edad na higit sa 65. Mga may immunodeficiency, comorbidities o iba pang mga health risk. At mga buntis, maliban kung lalabas sila para sa essential goods at services. At kung sila ay nagtatrabaho sa mga industriya o opisina na pinapayagang mag-operate. Maaari namang lumabas ang mga authorized persons outside residence o APOR at ang mga nagtatrabaho sa mga pinapayagang opisina o establishmento. Ang intrazonal o interzonal travel ay pinahihintulutan lamang depende sa LGU ng pupuntahang lugar. Maaari namang mag-ehersisyo ang mga residente sa labas ng kanilang bahay. Kailangan lamang tiyakin na hindi sila lalabas sa kanilang barangay o mga subdivision at panatilihin ang pagsunod sa mga minimum public health standards. Sa ilalim ng Alert Level 4, hindi pinapayagan ang mga sumusunod na aktibidad na high risk for transmission. Pinapayagan pa rin namang mag-operate ang ilang essential stores tulad ng grocery at butika. Para sa mga restaurant, maaaring mag-dine-in sa alfresco o outdoor restaurants pero hanggang 30% capacity lamang. Pinapayagan naman ang indoor dine-in ng 10% capacity pero para lamang sa mga bakunado. Samantala, upang matiyak ang seguridad ng customers, kailangan maglagay pa rin ng acrylic divider sa mga lamesa, magsagawa ng regular na disinfection, at magpatupad ng tamang seating arrangement ang bawat restaurant. Tungkulin rin ng restaurant na tiyakin na ang lahat ng kanilang empleyado ay fully vaccinated. Kagaya ng ibang alert levels, 100% fully operational ang lahat ng take-out delivery services. Anumang oras ay maaaring magpatupad o magrekomenda ang LGU ng pagbabago sa kapasidad ng kada restaurant depende sa kaso ng COVID-19 sa kanilang bayan. Pinapayagan ang 10% capacity para sa mga indoor barbershop o salon, samantalang 30% capacity naman para sa mga outdoor shops. Kailangan ding tiyakin na lahat ay fully vaccinated at laging sumusunod sa minimum public health standard. Maaari pa ring magsagawa ng lamay, misa, at iba pang religious at necrological activities sa ilalim ng Alert Level 4. Tiyakin lamang na sundin ang 30% capacity para sa outdoor na pwedeng itaas hanggang 40% capacity para sa mga bakunado. Samantalang ang mga pari, pastor, imam o sino mang mag-assist sa simbahan ay kinakailangang fully vaccinated at ang mga lamay ay limitado lamang sa mga immediate family members. Patuloy ding hinihikayat ang mga kumpanya na ipatupad ang work from home arrangement. Habang nananatiling fully operational naman ang mga government agencies, ngunit papayagan lamang ito hanggang 20% on-site capacity. Tandaan, ang mga granular lockdown o alert levels ay pansamantala lamang. Laging sundin ang minimum public health standards para maiwasan ang pagkalat ng virus. Magpabakuna rin tayo kapag nabigyan ng pagkakataon. Makipagtulungan tayo sa ating pamahalaan upang magtagumpay sa ating laban sa pandemyang COVID-19. Stay safe, stay at home. Para sa mga karagdagang impormasyon, i-follow ang mga social media platform ng gobyerno tulad ng DOH, NTF COVID-19 at PCOO.
Upang matugunan ang mga kinakaharap na pagsubok ng mga guro at mag-aaral sa gitna ng kasalukuyang pandemya, nagsanib tulong sina Congressman Charlie Cojuangco ng unang distrito ng Tarlac, DEPED Region 3 Regional Director Dr. May B. Eclar at Tarlac Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Ronaldo Pozon para sa isang napapanahong proyekto na tinaguriang Project Shine, Aral TarlakHenyo. Ang mga mag-aaral ng Grade 4 at Grade 5, ganon din ang Grades 8 and 9 sa buong probinsya ng Tarlac, kasalukuyang sumasailalim sa radio-based instruction. Katuwang ang himpilang DZTZ 828 kHz AM at RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
Ang Tarlac po nangunguna po ngayon pagdating po sa radio-based instruction. Marami pong humahanga sa atin. I'm very happy this station, itong DCTC, could reach the whole of Region 3. Hindi natin alam, we are contributing. We are creating a very big dent in the history of Philippine education. And I am proud. I am here in Tarlac. This is the noble cause of education in which you and I, without you knowing it, we are bound to do.
Project natin na Project Shine is a natural consequence dahil sa nangyari sa buong mundo. Let's continue to work together. I think it's very Filipino to practice bayanihan in anything or most of the things that we do. And this is a manifestation of that. No? We have private sector, we have DEPED, we have local government, all working together. And I hope the parents of some of these children, especially the parents that did not graduate from school or hindi nakapag-aral nung sila ay bata, sana naman gamitin na nila itong opportunity na mag-schooling na rin sila kasama ng mga anak nila para mag-bonding pati ang mga magulang sa mga bata. I look at this as doing God's work. Diba? So if you do God's work, it feels right. It's righteous. It's for good, not for evil.
Good morning and happy learning, grade 4. Welcome to
Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
Simulcast over DZDZ 828, Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
I am Teacher Mercy Pacheco Bognot.
This is Alistair Aidatu.
I am Marie Josephine B. Andrade.
I am Teacher Princess Marie M. Dueñas, and I will be your teacher broadcaster for today.
Welcome sa ating Aral TarlakHenyo ng Schools Division of Tarlac Province. Hatid sa inyo ng RTV Tarlac Channel 26 at DZTC 828 Radyo Pilipino Tarlac. Magandang araw mga kabataang TarlakHenyo. Narito na naman tayo, nagsisikap at nagpupunyagi na maging makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa. Kumusta na kayo mga ginigiliw kong mag-aaral sa grade 9? Ang aking pagbati at paghanga sa inyong masidhing pagpupunyagi sa patuloy na pag-aaral sa himpapawid upang matuto sa kabila ng hamon ng pagkakataon, ang COVID-19 pandemic. Ako ang inyong guro sa Araling Panlipunan Grade 9, Ginang Joverisa H. Bautista, magtuturo sa inyo mula dito sa bayan ng Kamiling. Sasamahan at gagabayan kayong maunawaan ang nilalaman ng ating aralin patungkol sa bahaging ginagampanan ng pamahalaan sa ekonomiya. Bago pa man tayo magsimula sa ating talakayan, narito ang iilan sa mga paalala. Siguraduhin ninyong nasa lugar kayo ngayon na komportable at maayos na napapanood at napapakinggan ang ating live broadcast. Matanong ko lang, nagmerienda ka na ba? Mabuti naman, dahil nararapat lamang na may laman ang inyong tiyan upang mas maging alerto ang inyong pag-iisip at maayos na maunawaan ang ating aralin sa araw na ito. Sa puntong ito, nais kong kunin ninyo ang inyong module sa Araling Panlipunan para sa ika-8 linggo sa ika-2 markahan. Ihanda rin ang inyong learning activity sheet, ballpen, at sulatang papel upang maitala ninyo ang mga mahalagang impormasyon na aking mababanggit. Ang ating paksang aralin ay patungkol sa tungkulin sa ekonomiya. Bago tayo magsimula sa ating paksa ngayong araw, ay alalahanin muna natin ang ating naging aralin noong nakaraang linggo. Natatandaan pa ba ninyo? Magaling! Noong nakaraang episode ay ating tinalakay ang oligopolyo at monopolistikong kompetisyon bilang mga uri ng estruktura ng pamilihan sa anyo ng pamilihang may di ganap na kompetisyon. Ang oligopolyo ay may maliit na bilang o iilan lamang na producer ang nagbebenta ng magkakatulad o magkakaugnay na produkto at serbisyo. May kakayahang maimpluwensyahan o madiktahan ang presyo na umiiral sa pamilihan. Samantala, Sa ilalim ng monopolistikong kompetisyon, maraming kalahok na producer ang nagbebenta ng mga produkto sa pamilihan, subalit marami rin ang mga consumer. Gayunpaman, may kapangyarihan pa rin sa pamilihan ang mga producer na magtakda ng presyo ng kanilang mga produkto, sapagkat sa product differentiation ay nakakagawa ng produkto ang producer kapareho ng ibang produkto, ngunit hindi eksaktong magkakahawig. At ngayon, sa palagay ko ay handa ka na sa ating bagong paksa para sa araw na ito. Inaasahan na sa pagtatapos ng aralin na ito ay inyong masusuri ang bahaging ginagampanan ng pamahalaan sa ekonomiya. Sa lahat po ng mga magulang at mag-aaral sa ika-9 na baitang na nakikinig sa ating broadcast, kung kayo po ay may katanungan o nais linawin ukol sa ating paksa ngayong araw, maaari kayong magbigay ng mensahe sa aking messenger at Facebook account. Tumawag o mag-text sa numerong naka-flash sa inyong screen. Alam kong handa na kayo, kaya't magsimula na tayo. Inuulit ko, ang paksa natin ay tungkulin ng pamahalaan sa ekonomiya. Simulan natin ang ating paksa sa pamamagitan ng mga sumusunod na tanong. Una, gaano nga ba kahalaga ang papel ng pamahalaan sa pagpapanatili ng katatagan ng ekonomiya sa ating bansa? Ikalawa, sa iyong palagay, paano tinutugunan ng pamahalaan ang mga problemang kinakaharap nito sa kasalukuyan? Ikatlo, kung ikaw ang Pangulo ng Pilipinas sa panahong ito ng pandemya, ano ang iyong higit na isasaalang-alang? Ang pagpapatuloy ng quarantine upang mapangalagaan ang buhay ng iyong mamamayan o ang pagbubukas ng ekonomiya upang wakasan ang gutom na nararanasan ng mga tao? Batid kong ikaw man ay nahihirapan sa pagsagot ng mga katanungan, gayon din ang ating pamahalaan, na ngayon ay nahaharap sa isang napakahirap na sitwasyon. Naiibig ito sa pagtugon sa ating pangangailangang pangkaligtasan at pangangailangang pangkabuhayan. Ngayon, ay ating alamin ang pananaw ng Choryang Laissez-faire ukol sa mga katanungang iyan. Ayon sa Choryang Laissez-faire ni Adam Smith, bilang isang doktrina o paniniwalang pang-ekonomiya, hindi pinapayagan ng prinsipyong ito ang pakikialam ng pamahalaan sa estado, bayan o bansa sa mga pangyayaring may kaugnay sa ekonomiya. Mula dito, hindi dapat pakialaman ng pamahalaan ang operasyon at pamamalakad ng mga industriya. Ngunit, dahil lubos na napakaraming produkto at paglilingkod ang hindi kayang gastusan ng mamamayan, dito nagkakaroon ng pangangailangan na mamagitan ang pamahalaan. Hinihiling ko na muli nating suriin ang larawan na ito. Sa sinagutang gawain sa tuklasin, ano ang napansin mo sa mga gabay na tanong katulad ng, sa iyong palagay, paano tinutugunan ng pamahalaan ang mga problemang kinakaharap nito sa kasalukuyan? Gaano kahalaga ang papel ng pamahalaan sa pagpapanatili ng katatagan ng ekonomiya? Maliban sa mga nasa larawan, ano-ano pa ang mga suliraning kinakaharap ng ating gobyerno sa kasalukuyan? Kung ang sagot mo ay mga suliraning na kinakaharap ng pamahalaan at kahalagahan ng pamahalaan sa pagpapanatili ng katatagang pang-ekonomiko, ay tama ka! bahagi sa paggalaw ng ekonomiya. Sa pagtataguyod ng katatagan ng ekonomiya, mahalaga na maging aktibo ang pamahalaan sa mga gawaing pangkabuhayan. Narito ang mga pangunahing tungkulin ng pamahalaan upang matiyak ang balanse sa ekonomiya. Una, ang pagkakaloob ng serbisyong panlipunan. Ang mataas na kriminalidad ng isang bansa ay hindi nakakahikayat sa pamumuhunan. Ang pagpapanatili ng kapayapaan at kaayusan ay susi sa pagiging matatag na ekonomiya. Ang mataas na kamuwangan at malusog na lakas paggawa ay magreresulta ng mataas na produktibidad at paggastos sa infrastruktura upang mapabilis ang daloy ng tao. Pangalawa, pagtataguyod ng kompetisyon. Tungkulin ng pamahalaan na pangalagaan ang karapatan ng mga mamimili, kung kaya ang monopolyo sa anumang kalakal ay mahigpit na binabantayan. Tinitiyak ng gobyerno na hindi sa iilang tao lamang tatakbo ang ekonomiya. Pangatlo, pagtiyak sa katatagan ng ekonomiya. Ang Pilipinas ay sumailalim sa state of national emergency bunsod ng COVID-19 pandemic. Dahil dito, itinakda ng pamahalaan ang presyo sa mga pangunahing bilihin upang mabawasan ang masamang epekto ng kawalan ng hanap buhay. Katulad ng ibang sektor ng ekonomiya, mahalaga ang papel na ginagampanan ng pamahalaan sa kanyang mamamayan. Ayon sa 1987 Constitution ng Pilipinas, sa Article 11, Section 4, ang pangunahing tungkulin ng pamahalaan ay paglingkuran at pangalagaan ang sambayanan. Tungkulin ng pamahalaan na tiyakin na maging matatag at balanse ang ekonomiya ayon sa kapakinabangan ng lahat. Halimbawa nito ay ang pagbuwag ng monopolyo sa kalakalan upang masiguro ang kompetisyon sa pamilihan at hindi lamang iilan ang makinabang sa ekonomiya. Ayon kay Nicholas Gregory Mankiw, government can sometimes improve market outcomes. Ayon pa sa kanya, bagamat ang pamilihan ay isang organisadong sistemang pang-ekonomiya, may mga pagkakataong nahaharap ito sa pagkabigo o market failure. Halimbawa ng mga ito ay ang paglaganap ng externalities gaya ng polusyon at pagkakaroon ng monopolyo na nagdudulot ng pagkawala ng kompetisyon. Sa ganitong pagkakataon, kinakailangan ang pakikialam o panghihimasok ng pamahalaan sa takbo ng pamilihan. Kaugnay nito, hindi makakaiwas ang Pilipinas at iba pang bansa na mapasailalim ang pamilihan sa panghihimasok ng pamahalaan. Maliban sa pagtatakda ng buwis at pagbibigay ng subsidy, nagtatalaga ang pamahalaan ng presyo ng mga produkto at serbisyo. Upang mapatatag ang presyo sa pamilihan, ipinapatupad ang Price Stabilization Program at maiwasan ang mataas na inflasyon. Bilang pangwakas, tandaan natin na ang pamilihan ay isang organisadong sistemang pang-ekonomiya kung saan nagtatagpo ang consumer at producer upang magkaroon ng palitan. Samantala, ang pamahalaan ay isang mahalagang institusyon sa ating bansa. Pangunahing tungkulin nito na paglingkuran at pangalagaan ang sambahayan, gaya ng pagtatakda ng buwis, pagbibigay ng subsidy, pagtatalaga ng presyo ng mga produkto at serbisyo. Bagamat ang pamilihan ay isang organisadong sistemang pang-ekonomiya, may mga pagkakataong nahaharap ito sa pagkabigo o market failure. Sa ganitong pagkakataon, kinakailangan ang pakikialam o panghihimasok ng pamahalaan sa takbo ng pamilihan. Bago tayo magtapos sa ating episode ngayong hapon, ay magkakaroon tayo ng maikling pagtataya. Unang tanong. Anong organisasyon ang may kakayahang gumawa ng batas at magkontrol ng presyo? A. Pamilihan, B. Pamahalaan, C. Mamimili, and letter D. Negosyante. Kung ang iyong sagot ay B, pamahalaan, ikaw ay correct. Ikalawang tanong. Sa papanong paraan na ipagkakaloob ng pamahalaan ang serbisyong panlipunan? A. Sa pagpapanatili ng kapayapaan sa loob at labas ng bansa. B. Sa pagtataguyod ng mataas na antas ng kamuwangan para sa lahat. C. Sa pamamagitan ng pagpapatayo ng mga ospital upang matiyak ang kalusugan ng mga mamamayan. And letter D. Lahat ng nabanggit. Kung ang iyong sagot ay letter D, lahat ng nabanggit, ikaw ay tama ulit. Ikatlong tanong. Alin ang hindi totoo sa mga pahayag? A. Tungkulin ng pamahalaan na magkaloob ng serbisyong panlipunan. B. Interbensyon ng pamahalaan sa pamilihan ay pagtitiyak sa balanseng pamilihan. C. Pagkontrol ng pamahalaan sa presyo ay para lamang sa kapakanan ng mga mamimili. D. Tungkulin ng pamahalaan na tiyaking hindi lamang sa ilan tatakbo ang ekonomiya ng bansa. Kung ang napili mo ay C, ang pagkontrol ng pamahalaan sa presyo ay para lamang sa kapakanan ng mga mamimili, ikaw ay tama. Ika-4 na tanong. Ang pagbuwag sa monopolyo sa pamahalaan ay alin sa mga tungkulin ng pamahalaan sa pamilihan? Letter A, pagtataguyod ng kompetisyon. Letter B, pagtiyak sa katatagan ng ekonomiya. And letter C, pagkaloob ng serbisyong panlipunan. Kung ang sagot mo ay letter A, pagtataguyod ng kompetisyon, tama ka ulit. At sa panghuling tanong, ang pagsusulong sa dekalidad at mataas na antas ng kamuwangan para sa mga mamamayan ay alin sa mga tungkulin ng pamahalaan sa pamilihan? Letter A, pagtataguyod ng kompetisyon. Letter B, pagtiyak sa katatagan ng ekonomiya. Letter C, pagkaloob ng serbisyong panlipunan. Kung ang sagot mo ay C, pagkaloob ng serbisyong panlipunan, ikaw ay correct. Nakuha mo ba ang lahat ng tamang sagot? Magaling kung oo. Inaasahan ko na kayo'y natuto sa ating talakayan sa araw na ito. Muli, ako ang inyong guro sa Araling Panlipunan Grade 9, Ginang Joverisa H. Bautista, na nagsasabing ang pag-aaral sa Araling Panlipunan ay daan sa pagiging makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa. Hanggang sa muli!
Kabahagi mo. Radyo Pilipino. Impormasyong may kalidad. Serbisyong may halaga. Saan mang bahagi ng Pilipinas. On air. Saan mang bahagi ng mundo. Online. Ano mang uri ng pamumuhay. Kasama. Katuwang. Kapinoy. Kabahagi mo. Kabahagi mo. Radyo Pilipino. Radyo Pilipino.
Para sa'yo, ano ang COVID-19?
Virus.
Malungkot.
Pagkawala. Pandemya.
Ito ay isang korupsyon. Ito ay isang pahirap.
COVID-19 para kanyak kat peligro.
Sa nga pandemic, makurit nga magka-pandemic kaya makaradlok ito nga sa halimbawa so kanto yun ang virus na nakasulod na aton, delikado ito parte ang mga tao.
Pandemic, ngayon para kung dapat ito nga distruso habang ko sa kalibutan.
Ikaw, paano ka makakatulong?
Para makuha natin ito nga mga pandemic, kinakailangan po protocol, social distancing, may dakita face shield, nganhin, may face mask.
Make sure na itamang prepare nga food, naka-guidelines siyahan cleanliness, tapos pinipapalo naman itong social distancing.
So kada kung driver ako, amo, nagtong kami mga barrier para ng motor para proteksyon gihapon, diri la para kung pati nga tatakon pamilya.
Makatulong nga maiwasan iti COVID-19, iti pamamagitan iti pagsunod ko, iti health protocol kan hanang arumwa DJ Balaymi. Sa gagayam ni Peter Amigable, salamat.
Nais mo bang magpabakuna? Alam mo bang may mga tinatawag na priority eligible groups? Sa bawat priority group, may mga sektor na nakahanay. Kung ikaw ay kabilang dito, wag nang magdalawang isip pa. Halina't magpabakuna na. Simula Hunyo, sisimula na ang pag-roll out ng mga bakuna sa A5 group o ang mga nabibilang sa indigent population. Ito ay ang mga kabilang sa mahihirap na populasyon base sa listahan ng National Household Targeting System for Poverty Reduction o NHTSPR o iba pang verification mechanisms ng local government units. Kaya kung ikaw ay nabibilang sa grupo na ito, tumawag o makipag-ugnayan sa inyong LGU upang malaman ang mga detalye tungkol sa inyong vaccination program katulad ng petsa, oras at lugar kung saan ka magpapabakuna. Humingi ng medical clearance sa inyong doktor kung ikaw ay may autoimmune disease, HIV, cancer, malignancy, dumaan sa organ transplant, kasalukuyang dumadaan sa steroid treatment o nakaratay sa higaan. Huwag kalimutan ang iyong proof of eligibility o mga dokumentong nagpapatunay na ikaw ay kasama sa priority group na ito. Huwag din kalimutang dalhin ang iyong government ID, pati na ang face mask, face shield, sanitizer at ballpen bago ang iyong vaccination. At paalala, pagkatapos ng pagbabakuna, huwag mag-atubiling magtanong na makaragdagang impormasyon tungkol sa bakuna na ginamit sa iyo. Hingin at itago ang contact information ng personnel na tatawagan kung sakaling ikaw ay makaramdam ng seryosong side effects. Huwag ring kalimutan ang vaccination card at alamin ang petsa ng iyong second dose ng pagbabakuna. Higit sa lahat, ugaliin pa ring sundin ang minimum public health standards tulad ng wastong paghuhugas ng kamay, pagpapanatili ng safe physical distancing at pagsusuot ng face mask at face shield. Ano pang hinihintay mo? Tara na sa Vida Vaccination!
niyo ba na ang Pilipinas ay mayroong 7,641 islands? Mula sa bilang na 7,107 islands, nadagdagan ito ng 534 na isla noong 2017. Tanging 2,000 lamang sa mga islang ito ang natitirhan. Alam niyo na! Yan ang mga isla sa Pilipinas.
Upang matugunan ang mga kinakaharap na pagsubok ng mga guro at mag-aaral sa gitna ng kasalukuyang pandemya, nagsanib tulong sina Congressman Charlie Cojuangco ng unang distrito ng Tarlac, DEPED Region 3 Regional Director Dr. May B. Eclar at Tarlac Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Ronaldo Pozon para sa isang napapanahong proyekto na tinaguriang Project Shine, Aral TarlakHenyo. Ang mga mag-aaral ng Grade 4 at Grade 5, ganon din ang Grades 8 and 9 sa buong probinsya ng Tarlac, kasalukuyang sumasailalim sa radio-based instruction. Katuwang ang himpilang DZTZ 828 kHz AM at RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
Ang Tarlac po nangunguna po ngayon pagdating po sa radio-based instruction. Marami pong humahanga sa atin. I'm very happy this station, itong DCTC, could reach the whole of Region 3. Hindi natin alam, we are contributing. We are creating a very big dent in the history of Philippine education. And I am proud. I am here in Tarlac. This is the noble cause of education in which you and I, without you knowing it, we are bound to do.
Project natin na Project Shine is a natural consequence dahil sa nangyari sa buong mundo. Let's continue to work together. I think it's very Filipino to practice bayanihan in anything or most of the things that we do. And this is a manifestation of that. No? We have private sector, we have DEPED, we have local government, all working together. And I hope the parents of some of these children, especially the parents that did not graduate from school or hindi nakapag-aral nung sila ay bata, sana naman gamitin na nila itong opportunity na mag-schooling na rin sila kasama ng mga anak nila para mag-bonding pati ang mga magulang sa mga bata. I look at this as doing God's work. Diba? So if you do God's work, it feels right. It's righteous. It's for good, not for evil.
Good morning and happy learning, grade 4. Welcome to
Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
Simulcast over DZTZ 828. Radio Filipino Tarlac.
I am Teacher Mercy Pacheco Bognot.
This is Alistair Aidatu.
I am Marie Josephine B. Andrade.
I am Teacher Princess Marie M. Dueñas, and I will be your teacher broadcaster for today.
I'm back! This is Sorzi, your teacher broadcaster.
Magandang araw mga kapantas!
Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo. How are you today?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, learners of Tarlac.
Good morning, Math Talino Grade 4 learners.
Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo
Here on RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Simulcast over DCTC.
Radio Filipino Tarlac.
I'm Sir Glenn, your teacher broadcaster.
Broadcasting live here at Paniki Tarlac. Remotely here in Concepcion, Tarlac.
Live here at Barangay Pedro Elquines, Mayantok, Tarlac.
Broadcasting live from Ramos National High School.
Your anchor teacher today for grade 9 mathematics.
Your partner in education this time of pandemic.
Good afternoon, grade 9 learners. Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26, simulcast over DZTC Radio Filipino Tarlac. Live here at Mongkada Tarlac via remote live broadcast. I am Teacher Ed, your teacher broadcaster in agriculture, crop production, grade 9. I am so happy that you are tuned in with your new favorite station on the air through radio and television. I hope that you are doing well. And to our dear parents and guardians, we would like to thank you for your unwavering support to your children. Now, dear students, are you ready to enjoy and learn something new? Today, we will focus our discussion on agriculture, particularly composting. Before we will start with our discussion, let's have a review first with our past lesson, which is all about vegetative or asexual propagation. We have different ways in reproducing our plants. Here are some of it. For picture number 1, it is through grafting. Example of plant are chico and mango. The second picture is by means of cuttings. Example of it, cassava and a San Francisco plant. The third picture is through runners. We have strawberry and gabi as an example. Number 4, we have layering. And good example for that are climbing rose and a water plant. Of course, through marketings, the next example, citrus and oranges. And finally, by means of bulb. An example of it, we have onion and gladiolas. Those are the different ways in reproducing plants. Our lesson for today plays a very important role for the general growth of our plants. It is all about composting. Don't you know that there are materials in the farm that can be produced as plant supplement? Yes, it is through composting. The soil or substrate that you are using can be reconditioned through the process of composting. Composting has been the basis of organic gardening and farming since the days of Sir Albert Howard, the father of the organic method. Between 1905 and 1934, he devised the indoor method of compost making, in which materials are layered sandwich fashion, then are turned or mixed with earthworms during decomposition. Compost is organic matter that has been decomposed and recycled as fertilizer and used as soil amendment. Compost is a key ingredient in organic farming as well as plant production. There are plant leftovers and other biodegradable materials such as dried leaves, sawdust, kitchen waste, weeds, and others that could be used for making compost. Here are 5 benefits of composting. Number 1, adds nutrients to the soil. These nutrients are used by plants for growth and photosynthesis. Adding compost also helps retain water for plant use. Number 2, introduces valuable organisms to the soil. Microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, and protozoa decompose organic material. The presence of microorganisms is vital because they aerate the soil, which speeds up the composting process, convert nitrogen to a usable form, and repel some plant diseases. Number 3, recycles kitchen and yard waste. Composting keeps as much as 30% of waste from going to the trash can. This reduces the amount of trash in your home. Number 4, reduces landfill wastes. Many people think that organic material will just decompose in a landfill. This is true, but the process is a lot slower. When organic material does decompose, the nutrients produced are being wasted. Number 5, good for the environment. Composting is free and a lot of healthier for the environment. By composting, you are not relying on factory-made fertilizers and chemicals. Now, the steps in preparing composts. First step, choose a site near your supply of waste materials. It should also be near your house and at a level that will not be flooded easily. Number 2, construct a shelter to protect the pile from hard rain, measuring at least 2 meters by 3 meters. The third, spread a 5 to 6 inch layer of soil under the shelter. Fourth, gather and dust weeds, leaves, animal manure, wood ashes, garbage, garden waste, kitchen leftovers, and other biodegradable materials on top of the soil layer. Continue adding weeds, grasses, garden cuttings until the pile is about hip level. The fifth, water the pile evenly every day or every 2 days to keep it moist. The moisture will help in rotting the file faster. And the sixth, provide aerators like bamboo poles in the middle of the pile to allow air to pass down the pile, thereby helping the composers in its process. So those are the steps in compost making. By this time, I will show to you a video about composting. I know it will help you a lot in doing so. Here it is.
Some call it black gold. For most gardeners, this is an indispensable source of organic material to get great plants in your garden. Let's see how to make compost. First, let's see what is compost. Compost is nothing but decomposed organic matter. Soil microorganisms like aerobic bacteria and fungi, as well as earthworms, decompose organic matter into nutrient-rich fertilizer or soil amendment. Let's see what materials you need to start composting. These 30-gallon trash cans, which you can buy at Lowe's or Home Depot, are a great starting point. They are cheap and rugged and make great composters. The first step in setting up your compost bin is to make sure you drill holes all around the compost container. This will allow the air to come in, and oxygen is very much needed for the composting process to complete. Make sure you drill holes all around the container for good airflow. So once completed, your container should look like this, and as you can see, it has a lot of holes here which will allow you to start your composting process very easily. I usually use 2 or 3 composting bins. The composting process can take up to 6 months. So while one of my compost bins is preparing the compost, I can continue to add organic matter in my other bins. And that way it ensures that I have compost whenever I need it. Now let's look at what I add in my compost bin. The easiest things to add are vegetable and fruit scraps. They make excellent green additions to the compost bin. And this is so easy. All you do is collect all the leftover peels and rinds of vegetables and fruits and add it to your compost bin. I also rake in leaves under my trees, guava leaves in this example, and they are a great carbon source for the bin. So you can use leaves from any trees, just avoid pine needles because they're acidic in nature. Other than that, all dried leaves are good to go into your compost bin. Other than this, leftover roots and other parts of plants that you have harvested make excellent additions to the compost bin. So what I usually do is pick out all the plant remains after I have recycled my containers, and you can find a lot of organic matter in your container soil, and instead of using this soil again, I just toss it into my compost bin so that it's well composted and then it can be used. I also add a layer of used potting soil which has the soil microorganisms that kickstart the composting process. You can use any kind of soil for this purpose. You can even add earthworms to your compost bin. These worms will happily eat all the food scraps and convert it into nutrient-rich fertilizer. So here are some things that you can add to your compost pile. Coffee and tea grounds, but not made with milk. Eggshells, hair, vegetable and fruit peels or scraps. Plant remains, leaves, greens or dry, grass clippings, straw, hay, any parts of plants. Shredded newspaper and cardboard, and wood chips or sawdust. So the composting process takes about 2 months to 6 months to complete. It's faster when the temperatures are high. Once the process completes, you should no longer be able to see the original components. The compost looks just like this.
Have you learned something from the video? Do you think you can apply it in your home? If you really love plants and gardening, you can just easily produce compost out of the biodegradable materials present around. So, start collecting your materials and good luck. This time, may I ask you to get a sheet of paper for your evaluation. Based on what we discussed, arrange the procedures in compost making in an orderly manner. Write 1 for the first, 2 for the second, and so forth. I will going to read the procedures twice. Let's start. Number 1, spread 5 to 6 inch layer of soil under the shelter. Spread 5 to 6 inch layer of soil under the shelter. Number 2, provide aerators like bamboo poles in the middle of the pile to allow air to pass down the pile, thereby helping the composers in its process. Provide aerators like bamboo poles in the middle of the pile to allow air to pass down the pile, thereby helping the composers in its process. Number 3, construct a shelter to protect the pile from hard rain. Construct a shelter to protect the pile from hard rain. Let's move to number 4. Choose a site near your supply of waste materials. Choose a site near your supply of waste materials. For number 5, water the pile evenly every day or every 2 days to keep it moist. Water the pile evenly every day or every 2 days to keep it moist. And for number 6, gather the materials needed and pile up to your desired height. Gather the materials needed and pile up to your desired height. Okay, let's find it out. Who among you got the perfect arrangement? Dear learners, be honest in checking your papers. correct arrangement is for number 1, step 3. For number 2, step 6. For number 3, step 2. For number 4, step 1. For number 5, step 5. And for number 6, step 4. All right? That ends our session for this afternoon. But before we will end, who among you got the perfect arrangement? Congratulations! You are now ready to have your own composting. I hope you enjoyed our on-air live discussion. It has been a great afternoon serving you all. This is Project Shine, Aral TarlakHenyo, brought to you by the Department of Education, Division of Tarlac Province, in cooperation with DZTC 828 AM station. I am Teacher Ed of San Pedro National High School, Grade 9, TLE Anchor Teacher for today, saying, in TLE, we have knowledge, skills, and progress. Thank you, and God bless.
Sa pagnanais na mapigilan ng ating pamahalaan ang pagdami ng bilang ng mga kaso ng COVID-19, binuo ang One Hospital Command Center o OHCC upang mas mabilis na matugunan ang medikal na pangangailangan ng ating mga kababayan. Bukas ang OHCC 24 oras araw-araw. Tumawag lamang sa mga hotline nito sa 0919-977-3333 o 0915-777-7777 o 02-886-50500. Maaari ring i-download ang Pure Force Citizens app sa Android o iOS upang mabilis na matugunan ang sinumang nangangailangan. Layon din ng OHCC na maiwasang mapuno ang kapasidad ng bawat ospital. Kaya't kung ikaw ay kinakailangang tumawag sa OHCC, mabibigyan ka ng libreng preliminary consultation. Para sa mga nangangailangan ng emergency quick response, makikipag-ugnayan ang OHCC sa DOH Bed Tracker at sa mga ospital upang makahanap agad ng pinakamalapit na bakanteng ospital. Ang transportasyon o ambulansya naman ng ospital na inirefer ng OHCC sa pasyente ang siyang susundo sa bahay nito. Kaya't kapag ikaw ay nakakaranas ng anumang sintomas ng COVID-19 o nangangailangan ng agarang tulong medikal, tumawag lamang sa OHCC at handa silang tumulong sa lahat ng oras. Nais mo bang magpabakuna? Alam mo bang may mga tinatawag na priority eligible groups? Sa bawat priority group, may mga sektor na nakahanay. Kung ikaw ay kabilang dito, wag nang magdalawang isip pa. Halina't magpabakuna na. Simula Hunyo, sisimula na ang pag-roll out ng mga bakuna sa A5 group o ang mga nabibilang sa indigent population. Ito ay ang mga kabilang sa mahihirap na populasyon base sa listahan ng National Household Targeting System for Poverty Reduction o NHTSPR o iba pang verification mechanisms ng local government units. Kaya kung ikaw ay nabibilang sa grupo na ito, tumawag o makipag-ugnayan sa inyong LGU upang malaman ang mga detalye tungkol sa inyong vaccination program katulad ng petsa, oras at lugar kung saan ka magpapabakuna. Humingi ng medical clearance sa inyong doktor kung ikaw ay may autoimmune disease, HIV, cancer, malignancy, dumaan sa organ transplant, kasalukuyang dumadaan sa steroid treatment o nakaratay sa higaan. Huwag kalimutan ang iyong proof of eligibility o mga dokumentong nagpapatunay na ikaw ay kasama sa priority group na ito. Huwag din kalimutang dalhin ang iyong government ID, pati na ang face mask, face shield, sanitizer at ballpen bago ang iyong vaccination. At paalala, pagkatapos ng pagbabakuna, huwag mag-atubiling magtanong na makaragdagang impormasyon tungkol sa bakuna na ginamit sa iyo. Hingin at itago ang contact information ng personnel na tatawagan kung sakaling ikaw ay makaramdam ng seryosong side effects. Huwag rin kalimutan ang vaccination card at alamin ang petsa ng iyong second dose ng pagbabakuna. Higit sa lahat, ugaliin pa rin sundin ang minimum public health standards tulad ng wastong paghuhugas ng kamay, pagpapanatili ng safe physical distancing at pagsusuot ng face mask at face shield. Ano pang hinihintay mo? Tara na sa Vida Vaccination!
Kabahagi mo Radyo Pilipino. Impormasyong may kalidad, serbisyong may halaga. Saan mang bahagi ng Pilipinas. On air. Saan mang bahagi ng mundo. Online. Ano mang uri ng pamumuhay. Kasama, katuwang, kapinoy. Kabahagi mo Radyo Pilipino. Radyo Pilipino. Gutom ka ba sa impormasyon? May namiss ka bang subject at leksyon? Gusto mo bang alalahanin ang nakaraan o dagdagan ang iyong kaalaman? Lahat yan alamin natin because the professor is in. Professor on air and online. Kasama si Professor Willie Perez. Isang oras na kaalaman, isang oras na makabuluhan. Professor on air. Mamangha at tumawa sa mga tips at trivia. Sa gabay at tanong, sagot ka rin niya. Professor on air and online. Kasama si Professor Willie Perez. Tuwing Sabado, alas 10 hanggang alas 11 ng umaga. Mapapakinggan sa Radyo Pilipino at mapapanood sa RTV Tarlac Channel 26. Professor on air.
This is my story. Ano ang kwento ng buhay mo? Malungkot? Masaya? May kababalaghan? O puno ng aksyon? Ang bawat kwento ng kapwa nating Pilipino ay mahalaga. This is my story. Sama-sama nating ibahagi ito upang magbigay aral at inspirasyon sa ating lahat. This is my story. This is my story. Hosted by Mitch Desunia. Tuwing Sabado, alas 3 hanggang alas 4 ng hapon. Mapapakinggan dito sa Radyo Pilipino at mapapanood sa RTV Tarlac Channel 26. This is my story.
Kumusta mga giliw kong tagapakinig?
Nagbabalik ang inyong paaralang panghimpapawid,
Aral TarlakHenyo,
sa RTV Tarlac, Channel 26,
at sa bayang naririnig sa DZTC 828,
Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
Tayo rin ay napapanood sa FB Live ng RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Sumasahimpapawid mula sa bayan ng Pura Tarlac,
mula sa bayan ng San Clemente.
Mula rito
Sa Borok Elementary School, Pura Tarlac.
Sa bayan ng Kapas Tarlac.
Ako, ang inyong guro,
na maghahatid sa inyo ng makabuluhang pagtalakay sa ating aralin.
Live via Google Meet and Facebook live streaming. Ladies and gentlemen, good day to all our listeners out there, especially to all grade 9 learners. Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac Channel 26 simulcast over DCPC Radyo Pilipino Tarlac. I am Cesar Wim M. Vergara, or you can call me Sir Wim, your teacher broadcaster for Health 9, and who will help you understand and aiming for a fruitful learning experience on our lesson today. So sit back, enjoy and relax, my dear grade 9 learners from all over the Tarlac province as we go over our 25 minutes lesson. I just want to make some important reminders before listening to our broadcast. Make sure that you are in a quiet, relaxed, comfortable place and with the guidance of your parent or guardian when listening or watching. And of course, make sure that you have a copy of your module, learning activity sheet, compendium to better understand our interesting lesson. Our second quarter lesson in Health 9 for week 3 and 4, substance use and abuse is a social and health concern here in the Philippines. This module will help you understand the different effects, specifically the different types of drugs, the short and long-term effects, and it will help you understand on how we can prevent drug use and abuse. Okay, last time, or before we proceed to our topic, let me check first if you still remember our previous lesson that you had with your teacher. And for me to check your responses, you can post your answers on our Facebook live streaming, post a message on our group chat, or you can PM me through my number, 0906-381-3785. In that way, I can check if you are with me on this broadcast. Again, for me to check your responses, you can post your answers on our Facebook live streaming, post a message on our group chat, or you can PM me through my number. Okay? Last time, Teacher Abby discussed the different types of drugs and its classifications, as well as their description. Okay? This time, let's have a short berry game of identifying the different drugs and titles, namely. I will give you the meaning and description as well as the picture, and you will identify the different types of drugs after I counted 3, 2, 1, go. Then you have 10 seconds to answer on each number. Okay, let's start. Grade 9 students. This includes cigarettes and alcohol. These are legal drugs that a non-drug user might try, which can lead him or her to more dangerous drugs such as marijuana and shabu. And please take note that teenagers who engage in our early smoking and early drinking have a higher chance of using and experimenting with dangerous drugs of abuse. Okay, name me in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, what is your answer, grade 9 students? If your answer is gateway drugs, you've got the correct answer. Very good, grade 9 students. Moving forward to number 2, the drug use or that these drugs slow down a person's central nervous system or the CNS, and these drugs also to help certain person to be less angry, less stressed or tense, relax muscles or nerves, and will surely make the patient sleepy. An example of this is alcohol. Name me in 3, 2, 1, go. And what do you think is the answer for this question? Okay, upon seeing your comments on our Facebook live streaming, most of you answered depressant. You got it. Great job, grade 9 students. Moving on to our number 3. These drugs speed up a person's central nervous system, and these drugs have an opposite effect, depressant, and make a person's energy high. Perfect example for this that keeps you awake is coffee, found in caffeine, and nicotine, found in cigarettes. Okay? Name me in 3, 2, 1, go. What do you think is the answer for this question, grade 9 learners? If your answer is stimulant, great job, grade 9 learners. Moving forward to question number 4. These drugs help relieve pain and induce sleepiness. In medicine, these drugs are administered in moderation to patients with mental disorder and those in severe pain like cancer. Example for these are marijuana and cocaine. Okay? Name me in 3, 2, 1, go. Then what is your answer, grade 9 students? Okay, Riley Lagrimas, he answered narcotics. Very good, Riley. You've got the correct answer. And question number 5. These drugs distort what is real. It affects all senses and makes a user see, hear, and feel things don't exist in time being. Its name came from the word hallucination. Pretty obvious is the answer, right? Okay, name me in 3, 2, 1, go. So what do you think is the answer, grade 9 learners? Yes, absolutely. That is hallucinogens. We are now down to our last type of drug, and these drugs are found in an ordinary household chemical products and anesthetics. Example of household products as this type are acetone, rugby or solvent, ordinary and spray paint, cleaning fluids, and air conditioner fluids. You intake these substances through nasal inhaling. Okay? Name me in 3, 2, 1, go. And if your answer is inhalants, you've got it correct, grade 9 learners. Okay? Then count your scores and submit it to your teacher. And again, thank you for participating on our short recap about the lesson that you had with your teacher. And I'm glad that you still remember our previous lesson that you had with your teacher. We have the gateway drugs, stimulants, depressants, hallucinogens, narcotics, and inhalants. So this leads us to the continuation of our topic for today's afternoon broadcast in Health 9, which are the harmful effects, both short and long-term effects of the different drugs mentioned before. Okay, some people give several reasons for taking drugs. Some believe that these drugs can make them feel look good and better. Some people are use drugs for pleasure. Continuous and prolonged drug use has a very bad effects in a person. It can alter his or her behavior, mental, physical, and psychological condition. It also leads the person to a severe health problems, poor quality of life, and eventually death. So grade 9 students, we must understand that it is not easy to know and feel the effects of drugs in our body because effects are not always the same with drug user. So each classification of drugs has its own different short and long-term effects in our body. Short-term effects can last for a couple of hours, days, or shorter periods, while long-term effects can be felt for a couple of days, months, or even for a lifetime. So this time, grade 9 student, I'm going to show you a short video clip made by my former students of Tarlac National High School. Then upon watching, you will notice and you will understand the different short and long-term effects of drugs in our body.
Akala ko dati imposibleng maramdaman kong ako'y nag-iisa. I mean, sa paanong paraan, di ba? Pinapalibutan ako ng mga tao. Kabilang lang naman ako sa isang pinakamasayang barkadahan na madaming humiling. Lagi nilang pinapatibay ang loob ng isa't isa at nagpangakong hindi nila ako iiwan. At syempre, my girlfriend, Claire, ang pinaka-sweet na babaeng nakilala ko. Ang kuya kong si Carlo ay lagi akong sinusuportahan at binibigyan ng inspirasyon. At nabigyan din ako ng mga magulang na may matibay na relasyon at nagmamahalan. At ang ading kong si Neo, kahit minsan may topak, I cherish them more than anything. Para lang fairy tale ang pagka-perfecto ng buhay ko. Or at least, yun ang nakikita ng mga tao sa paligid ko. O kaya yun na lang ang gusto kong makita nila. Kasi, mas madali ang lahat sa paraan na yun. Mas madali sa pagsabi ng totoo, mas madali kaysa mahusgahan at mahapi ng lipunan, at mararamdaman kong ako'y nag-iisa at kakaiba.
Sa panahon kasi ngayon, mas mahalaga na ang popularidad kaysa sa totoong nararamdaman ng isang tao.
Kaya naman nung araw na dumaan ako sa madaming pagsubok, at tila sinusubukan talaga ng tadhana kung hanggang saan naabot ang aking timpi.
Ako'y may natagpuan. Isang pakete. Ako'y nagtaka. Sino kaya ang maglalagay nito dito? Bakit may ganito sa gamit ko? Ang alam ko dati tagong-tago ang bentahan ng illegal na droga. Pero tignan mo itong natagpuan ko sa aking libro. Dahil sa kuryosidad, tinikman ko ito. At sabi nila, nakakatanggal daw ito ng problema. Pero bakit ganon? Hindi naman masarap. Ay, joke lang. Sobrang sarap pala. Para akong nasa langit. Hanggang sa nakatulog ako. Paggising ko, balik sa katotohanan. Inaapi pa din ako ng mga kaibigan ko. At syempre, may away pa din kami ng tampuhin kong girlfriend. Ay.
Pero ang totoo niyan, nasa punto na ako ng buhay ko na pagod na akong magpanggap. Pagod maging mag-isa. Pagod na akong mabuhay. At oo, alam ko ang iniisip nyo, na naghahanap lang ako ng atensyon. Anong karapatan ko para gumamit ng droga? Pero kasi, Yun ang problema. Hindi mo pinili ang droga. Ang droga ang pipili sa'yo. Patuloy ako sumisigaw ngunit walang nakakarinig. Nakakayang aminin na ang importanteng bagay na ito ay kailangan ko upang makabuo ng masayang mundo. Dahil kung wala ito, walang kwenta ang buhay ko. Kung kaya ko lang ibalik ang mga oras, sana ay ginawa ko na para may tama ang mga pagkakamali ko. Pero masyado na huli ang lahat. Ang bawat pag-inom ng ipinagbabawal na gamot, kasiyahan at kasiglahan ang dala sa sistema ko. Nakakatawa nga, dahil lang kahit sa isang bagay na nagpapanatili sa aking mabuhay, ay ang bagay na sa aking papatay.
Kuya, alam mo bang inidolo kita? Kasi parang napakatadag mong tao. Hindi ko alam na may kahinaan ka rin pala. Pero sana makausap kita ni kuya, ni nanay, ni tatay. Sana kasama ka pa rin namin.
Bakit hindi ka nagsabi? Nandito lang naman ako para umintindihan at makinig sa mga problema mo. Dahil pinangako ko na kahit mahirap man yan o hindi, ay sasamahan pa rin kita.
Tol, sa sobrang seryoso mo sa buhay madalas ka namin inaasar. Pero alam mo naman na biro lang iyon, di ba? Gusto ka lang naman namin mapasaya, pero hindi sa ganong paraan.
Ang napatunayan lang sa akin ng buhay ni Carl ay hindi halata.
Halata kung sino ang gumagamit ng droga.
Let's start now our discussion. First in line is the gateway drugs. Gateway drugs are acceptable with legal restriction. In the Philippines, people below 18 years old are not allowed to use drugs or to buy drugs. But sad to say, in reality, it becomes easily accessible to minors. So what I am referring to, these are cigarettes and alcohol. So the use of gateway drugs puts a person at risk to more or experimenting illicit drugs or into dangerous drugs. So now let's identify the different short and long-term effects of gateway drugs, specifically alcohol. The short-term effects of alcohol, we have headache and lightheadedness, slurred speech, slow body reflexes, and coordination, overconfident and mood swings like depression, high spirit, aggressiveness. And the long-term effects of alcohol is damage of the organs like liver, heart, colon and brain, cancer, and cardiovascular diseases, and also cirrhosis of the liver, and poor study and work performance. Second gateway drugs are tobacco or cigarettes. The short-term effects of using this are the following: stress, rapid heart rate, pulse rate, persistent cough, difficulty in breathing, and halitosis or bad breath. The long-term effects of using tobacco are development of asthma, cancer of the mouth, throat, skin, lungs, hypertension, or increased blood pressure, heart attack, and stroke, which leads to coma and death. Next in line are the depressants, also known as the downers, suppresses and slow down the central nervous system. In the medical field, Depressants are also called sedatives, which are used to treat anxiety, mental disorders, and sleep disorders like insomnia. The short-term effects of depressants are the following: slow brain function, which leads to a temporary loss, slow heart rate and pulse rate, below normal breathing pattern, low blood pressure, inability to concentrate, and poor judgment. The long-term effects of depressants are the following: agitation and aggressiveness behavior, depression leading to mental disorders, hypertension or high blood pressure, cardiovascular diseases and paralysis of the muscle and nerves, and we must very careful in using and taking depressants as it gives harmful effects in our body. Moving on to the stimulants. They are also known as uppers or downers. They stimulate or activate the central nervous system. A person stays awake for a long periods under the influence of stimulants. Now, let's identify the short-term effects of stimulants. First, increased heart rate and pulse rate, increased blood pressure, increased body temperature, alert body responses, and ability to sleep. So sometimes we feel these effects in our body. So we know now, grade 9 learners. And the long-term effects of the stimulants are the following: paranoia, heart attack, brain damage, kidney liver damage, and most of the time, coma, which leads to death. So after stimulants, we have the narcotics. And narcotics, they are known as painkillers. They also induce sleepiness. And the short-term effects of narcotics are the following: chills and shaking, weight loss, difficulty in breathing, inflammation of the veins, and panic attacks. And the long-term effects of narcotics are the following: development of diseases like hepatitis, tetanus, and HIV or AIDS due to needle sharing and overdose leading to coma and death. Next on the list is hallucinogens. They create hallucination, and hallucination distort what is real. Now let's identify the short-term effects of hallucinogens. Hallucination or seeing things which are not really there, poor judgment of time and distance, inability to sleep, loss of appetite, which lasts up to 10 hours, and anesthesia. The long-term effects of hallucinogens are the following: increased blood pressure, brain damage, psychosis, a mental disorder in which reality distorted or twisted, and coma or worse is death. And last but definitely not the least is the inhalants. Inhalants are found in common household chemical products. Inhalants are HAP or SNF. And now the long and short effects of inhalants are the following: slurred speech, poor coordination, feeling of lightheadedness, foul breath, and hallucination. And the long-term effects of inhalants are the following: loss of hearing, uncontrolled muscle spasm, brain damage, and bone marrow damage. Okay, as you can see to the video clip a while ago, you notice the different short and long-term effects of the different kinds mentioned before. So that sums up our short discussion for today's afternoon broadcast in Health 9. And for the wrap-up, we have generally discussed the short and long-term effects of the different types of drugs. Okay, so if you have any questions or clarifications, you can always reach your teachers through their emails, messenger, or social media accounts. And rest assured that we will be glad to answer all your queries about our lesson today. And grade 9 students, you can start answering now your activity or learning activity in your module. We have our activity number 2 entitled Concept Mapping. Okay, all you have to do is to identify the harmful effects of the different drugs in our body. Okay, I hope you enjoyed and you had a deeper understanding about our lesson today, grade 9 students. And I hope you got something about our topic today. And take note of this, grade 9 students from all over the Tarlac province. Never use drugs as destroy our lives and take our good future away from us. Again, never use drugs as destroy our lives and take our good future away from us. And this has been your teacher broadcaster saying goodbye. God bless. Stay home. Stay safe. Keep on praying and stay away from drugs. See you soon, grade 9 learners.
Alam niyo ba na ang whale shark ay hindi isang whale? Ang whale shark o butanding ay kinikilalang world's largest fish at tinatawag gentle giants. May sukat itong 12 meters. Maliliit ang ngipin ng butanding, kaya naman planktons o maliliit na hipon at isda lang ang kaya nilang kainin. Simula noong 2011, marami nang nahumaling mag-whale shark watching sa Oslo, Cebu. Alam niyo na, yan ang whale shark!
Petron Diesel Max keeps your engine clean and protects it against corrosion, so nothing gets in the way of your engine's power. Petron Diesel Max. Tough outside, clean inside.
Pinakamaliit na commercial
Kabahagi mo Radyo Pilipino. Impormasyong may kalidad, serbisyong may halaga, saan mang bahagi ng Pilipinas. On air. Saan mang bahagi ng mundo. Online. Ano mang uri ng pamumuhay. Kasama katuwang Kapinoy. Kabahagi mo Radyo.
Good morning, grade 5 learners.
How are you today? Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
Simulcast over DCTC, Radyo Pilipino, Tarlac.
I am Sir Joshua Evaristo, your teacher broadcaster,
aiming to give you another fun-filled learning experience, serving you with the different skills to learn and have fun together.
Or at grade 5, ganon din ang grades 8 and 9 sa buong probinsya ng Tarlac, kasalukuyang sumasailalim sa radio-based instruction. Katuwang ang himpilang DZTZ 828 kHz AM at RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
Ang Tarlac po nangunguna po ngayon pagdating po sa radio-based instruction. Marami pong humahanga sa atin. I'm very happy this station, itong DCTC, could reach the whole of Region 3. Hindi natin alam, we are contributing. We are creating a very big dent in the history of Philippine education. And I am proud. I am here in Tarlac. This is the noble cause of education in which you and I, without you knowing it, we are bound to do.
Project natin na Project Shine is a natural consequence dahil sa nangyari sa buong mundo. Let's continue to work together. I think it's very Filipino to practice bayanihan in anything or most of the things that we do. And this is a manifestation of that. No? We have private sector, we have DEPED, we have local government, all working together. And I hope the parents of some of these children, especially the parents that did not graduate from school or hindi nakapag-aral nung sila ay bata, sana naman gamitin na nila itong opportunity na mag-schooling na rin sila kasama ng mga anak nila para mag-bonding pati ang mga magulang sa mga bata. I look at this as doing God's work. Diba? So if you do God's work, it feels right. It's righteous. It's for good, not for evil.
Good morning and happy learning, grade 4. Welcome to
Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
Simulcast over DZDZ 828, Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
I am Teacher Mercy Pacheco Bognot.
This is Alistair Aidatu.
I am Marie Josephine B. Andrade.
I am Teacher Princess Marie M. Dueñas, and I will be your teacher broadcaster for today.
Kumusta mga giliw kong tagapakinig?
Nagbabalik ang inyong paaralang panghimpapawid,
Aral TarlakHenyo,
RTV Tarlac, Channel 26,
at sabayang naririnig sa DZTC 828,
Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
Tayo rin ay napapanood sa FB Live ng RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Sumasahimpapawid mula sa bayan ng Pura Tarlac,
mula sa bayan ng San Clemente.
mula rito sa Borok Elementary School, Pura Tarlac,
sa bayan ng Capas Tarlac.
Ako, ang inyong guro,
na maghahatid sa inyo ng makabuluhang pagtalakay sa ating aralin.
Alam niyo ba na ang jeep ay ang pinakasikat na uri ng transportasyon sa Pilipinas? May nagsasabi na ang pangalang jeep ay hango sa salitang jeepy na ang ibig sabihin ay general purpose or government purpose na naglalarawan ng military jeep na ginamit noong World War II. Pagkatapos ng digmaan, iniwan na ng mga sundalong Amerikano ang libu-libong jeep sa kalsada ng Maynila. Ang matibay at makulay na jeepney nga raw ay truly mestizo dahil sa half local at half foreign na katangian nito. Alam nyo na, yan ang jeepney.
I'm back! This is Sir Z, your teacher broadcaster.
Magandang araw mga kapantas!
Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo.
Alam niyo ba na ang Pilipinas ay mayroong 7,641 islands? Mula sa bilang na 7,107 islands, nadagdagan ito ng 534 na isla noong 2017. Tanging 2,000 lamang sa mga islang ito ang natitirhan. Alam niyo na! Yan ang mga isla sa Pilipinas.
How are you today?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, learners of Tarlac.
Good morning, Math Talino Grade 4 learners!
Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo
Here on RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Simulcast over DCTC.
Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
I'm Sir Glenn, your teacher broadcaster.
Broadcasting live here at Paniki Tarlac. Remotely here in Concepcion, Tarlac.
Live here at Barangay Pedro Elquines, Mayantok, Tarlac.
broadcasting live from Ramos National High School.
Your anchor teacher today for grade 9 mathematics.
your partner in education this time of pandemic.
Ang Tagalog ay ang wika ng mga taga-Quezon, Batangas, Bulacan at ng iba pang katutubong nagsasalita nito. Ang Filipino ay ang pambansang wika batay sa tinadhana ng 1987 Constitution. Tara na at matuto ng salitang Filipino. Manood at makinig ng Aral TarlakHenyo sa RTV Tarlac, Channel 26 at sa bayang naririnig sa Radyo Pilipino, DZTZ 828 at napapanood din live sa FB page at YouTube channel ng RTV Tarlac, Channel 26. Manood at matuto ng ating mga aralin sa Filipino. Dito lang yan sa Aral TarlakHenyo. Ako si Ma'am Crystal May Aquino, ang inyong teacher broadcaster sa Filipino.
Alam niyo ba na ang kinikilalang Guinness Book of World Records holder bilang pinakamaliit na commercially harvested fish ay isang sinarapan? Ito ay matatagpuan lamang sa Pilipinas, sa Lake Buhi sa Bicol River. Isa itong uri ng goby na may transparent na katawan na may sukat na 12.5 mm. Alam mo na, yan ang sinarapan.
Did you know that children learn more when they initiate an activity and are actively engaged in it? This is your science teacher broadcaster, Princess Diana L. Ronquillo for Aral TarlakHenyo. Let's learn science together on Aral TarlakHenyo. Catch us live every Monday to Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Watch Aral TarlakHenyo on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26, simulcast over Radyo Pilipino, DZTC 828 kHz, and streamed live on FB page and YouTube channel of RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
Alam niyo ba na ang whale shark ay hindi isang whale? Ang whale shark o butanding ay kinikilalang world's largest fish at tinatawag gentle giants. May sukat itong 12 meters. Maliliit ang ngipin ng butanding, kaya naman planktons o maliliit na hipon at isda lang ang kaya nilang kainin. Simula noong 2011, marami nang nahumaling mag-whale shark watching sa Oslo, Cebu. Alam niyo na, yan ang whale shark!
Alam niyo ba na ang gitnang Luzon ay tinaguri ang banga ng bigas ng bayan at kamalig ng palay ng Pilipinas dahil dito nagbumula ang malaking produksyon ng bigas sa ating bansa. Ito ay binubuo ng mga lalawigan ng Aurora, Bataan, Pampanga, Nueva Ecija, Zambales at Tarlac. Ugaliin nating manood ng Aral TarlakHenyo Lunes hanggang Biyernes alas 8:30 ng umaga hanggang alas 5:30 ng hapon. Ako si Binibining Pia Isrin Capiral, ang inyong teacher broadcaster sa Araling Panlipunan dito sa Project Shine Aral TarlakHenyo. Lagi nating tandaan ang pag-aaral ng Araling Panlipunan ay tungo sa daan ng pagiging makadiyos, makakalikasan, makatao at makabansa.
Alam niyo ba na ang salitang yoyo at ang makabagong bersyon nito ay naimbento ng isang Pilipinong nagngangalang Pedro Flores? Taong 1920s nang dinala ni Flores ang laruang ito sa Estados Unidos. Sinimulan niya ang paggawa nito sa kanyang maliit na pabrika sa California at ipinakita sa mga tao ang iba't ibang tricks ng paggamit nito. Alam mo na, yan ang yoyo!
Multiply 1089 by 9, you will get an answer, the exact reverse, which is 9,801. My name is JRP Duldulao, your teacher broadcaster on Aral TarlakHenyo. For more math trivia and answers to your math questions, catch Aral TarlakHenyo every Monday to Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Learning math is so much fun!
Alam niyo ba na ang jeep ay ang pinakasikat na uri ng transportasyon sa Pilipinas? May nagsasabi na ang pangalang jeep ay hango sa salitang jeepy na ang ibig sabihin ay general purpose or government purpose na naglalarawan ng military jeep na ginamit noong World War II. Pagkatapos ng digmaan, iniwan na ng mga sundalong Amerikano ang libu-libong jeep sa kalsada ng Maynila. Ang matibay at makulay na jeepney nga raw ay truly mestizo dahil sa half local at half foreign na katangian nito. Alam niyo na, yan ang jeepney!
Kumusta mga giliw kong tagapakinig?
Nagbabalik ang inyong paaralang panghimpapawid.
Aral TarlakHenyo
sa RTV Tarlac, Channel 26,
at sa bayang naririnig sa DZTC 828,
Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
Tayo rin ay napapanood sa FB Live ng RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Sumasahing papawid mula sa bayan ng Pura Tarlac,
Mula sa bayan ng San Clemente.
Mula rito sa Borok Elementary School, Pura Tarlac.
sa bayan ng Kapas Tarlac.
Ako, ang inyong guro,
na maghahatid sa inyo ng makabuluhang pagtalakay sa ating aralin.
Alam niyo ba na ang Pilipinas ay mayroong 7,641 islands? Mula sa bilang na 7,107 islands, nadagdagan ito ng 534 na isla noong 2017. Tanging 2,000 lamang sa mga islang ito ang natitirhan. Alam niyo na! Yan ang mga isla sa Pilipinas.
Kabahagi mo Radyo Pilipino. Impormasyong may kalidad, serbisyong may halaga, saan mang bahagi ng Pilipinas. On air. Saan mang bahagi ng mundo. Online. Anumang uri ng pamumuhay. Kasama, katuwang, kapinoy. Kabahagi mo Radyo Pilipino. Radyo Pilipino.
Sa bawat hagupit na dala ng kalikasan, matinding pinsala ang hatid sa mga bayan at sa mga tinamaan, tanging pag-asa ang kanilang pinanghahawakan. Ipamalas natin ang tunay na diwa ng bayanihan. Let us help as one. Ibahagi ang pakikipagtulungan sa mga sinalanta ng Bagyong Odette. Tulong ka Pinoy. Tulong ka Pinoy. A project of Ascenso Kapinoy Foundation Incorporated in cooperation with Radio Pilipino and 1FM. Ang anumang donasyon ng bawat isa sa atin ay napakalaking regalo na para sa ating mga Kapinoy na naging biktima ng Bagyong Odette. Amin po itong ipadadala sa mga typhoon-ravaged areas. Kaya sa mga nais tumulong, maaari po kayong magdeposito sa Ascenso Kapinoy Foundation UCPB account number 2010-30038-685 o pwede nyo ring dalhin sa aming himpilan. Tulong ka Pinoy. Tulong ka Pinoy. Tulong tayo ka Pinoy. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon, bisitahin ang Radio Pilipino o 1FM Facebook page.
Alam niyo ba na ang kinikilalang Guinness Book of World Records holder bilang pinakamaliit na commercially harvested fish ay isang sinarapan? Ito ay matatagpuan lamang sa Pilipinas, sa Lake Buhi sa Bicol River. Isa itong uri ng goby na may transparent na katawan na may sukat na 12.5 mm. Alam mo na, yan ang sinarapan.
Alam niyo ba na ang gitnang Luzon ay tinaguri ang banga ng bigas ng bayan at kamalig ng palay ng Pilipinas dahil dito nagmumula ang malaking produksyon ng bigas sa ating bansa. Ito ay binubuo ng mga lalawigan ng Aurora, Bataan, Pampanga, Nueva Ecija, Zambales at Tarlac. Ugaliin nating manood ng Aral TarlakHenyo Lunes hanggang Biyernes alas 8:30 ng umaga hanggang alas 5:30 ng hapon. Ako si Binibining Pia Isrin Capiral, ang inyong teacher broadcaster sa Araling Panlipunan dito sa Project Shine Aral TarlakHenyo. Lagi nating tandaan ang pag-aaral ng Araling Panlipunan ay tungo sa daan ng pagiging makadiyos, makakalikasan, makatao at makabansa.
Kumusta mga giliw kong tagapakinig?
Nagbabalik ang inyong paaralang panghimpapawid
Aral TarlakHenyo
Sa RTV Tarlac, Channel 26,
at sa bayang naririnig sa DZTC 828
Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
Tayo rin ay napapanood sa FB Live ng RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Sumasahimpapawid mula sa bayan ng Pura Tarlac,
mula sa bayan ng San Clemente.
Mula rito sa Borok Elementary School, Pura Tarlac.
sa bayan ng Kapas Tarlac.
Ako, ang inyong guro,
na maghahatid sa inyo ng makabuluhang pagtalakay sa ating aralin.
I'm back! This is Sir Z, your teacher broadcaster.
Magandang araw mga kapantas!
Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo.
How are you today?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, learners of Tarlac.
Good morning, Math Talino Grade 4 learners!
welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo.
Here on RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Simulcast over DCTC.
Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
I'm Sir Glenn, your teacher broadcaster.
Broadcasting live here at Paniki Tarlac. Remotely here in Concepcion, Tarlac.
Live here at Barangay Pedro Elquines, Mayantok, Tarlac.
broadcasting live from Ramos National High School.
Your anchor teacher today for grade 9 mathematics.
Your partner in education this time of pandemic.
The word boondocks, which is now part of the English Language Dictionary and Vocabulary, comes from the Tagalog word bundok, meaning mountain. Catch Aral TarlakHenyo every Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. over Radio Filipino DCTC 828 and streamed live on Facebook page and YouTube channel of RTV Tarlac Channel 26. I am Jeremiah Gahutan, your English teacher broadcaster. Let's learn English together only here on Aral TarlakHenyo.
Upang matugunan ang mga kinakaharap na pagsubok ng mga guro at mag-aaral sa gitna ng kasalukuyang pandemya, nagsanib tulong sina Congressman Charlie Cojuangco ng unang distrito ng Tarlac, DEPED Region 3 Regional Director Dr. May B. Eclar at Tarlac Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Ronaldo Pozon para sa isang napapanahong proyekto na tinaguriang Project Shine, Aral TarlakHenyo. Ang mga mag-aaral ng Grade 4 at Grade 5, ganun din ang Grades 8 and 9 sa buong probinsya ng Tarlac, kasalukuyang sumasailalim sa radio-based instruction. Katuwang ang himpilang DZTC 828 kHz AM at RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
Ang Tarlac po nangunguna po ngayon pagdating po sa radio-based instruction. Marami pong humahanga sa atin. I'm very happy this station, itong DCTC, could reach the whole of Region 3. Hindi natin alam, we are contributing. We are creating a very big dent in the history of Philippine education. And I am proud. I am here in Tarlac. This is the noble cause of education in which you and I, without you knowing it, we are bound to do.
Project natin na Project Shine is a natural consequence dahil sa nangyari sa buong mundo. Let's continue to work together. I think it's very Filipino to practice bayanihan, in anything or most of the things that we do. And this is a manifestation of that. No? We have private sector, we have DEPED, we have local government, all working together. And I hope the parents of some of these children, especially the parents that did not graduate from school or hindi nakapag-aral nung sila ay bata, sana naman gamitin na nila itong opportunity na mag-schooling na rin sila kasama ng mga anak nila para mag-bonding pati ang mga magulang sa mga bata. I look at this as doing God's work. Diba? So if you do God's work, it feels right. It's righteous. It's for good, not for evil.
Good morning and happy learning, grade 4. Welcome to
Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac, channel 26.
Simulcast over DZDZ 828, Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
I am teacher Mercy Pacheco Bognot.
This is Alistair Aidatu.
I am Marie Josephine B. Andrade.
I am teacher Princess Marie M. Dueñas, and I will be your teacher broadcaster for today.
Kumusta mga giliw kong tagapakinig?
Nagbabalik ang inyong paaralang panghimpapawid.
Aral TarlakHenyo
Sa RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
At sa bayang naririnig sa DZTC 828,
Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
Tayo rin ay napapanood sa FB Live ng RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Sumasahimpapawid mula sa bayan ng Pura Tarlac.
Mula sa bayan ng San Clemente.
Mula rito sa Purok Elementary School, Pura Tarlac.
Sa bayan ng Kapas Tarlac.
Ako, ang inyong guro,
na maghahatid sa inyo ng makabuluhang pagtalakay sa ating aralin.
Back! This is Sorzi, your teacher broadcaster.
Magandang araw mga kapantas!
Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo.
Good morning, grade 5 learners.
How are you today?
Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac, channel 26.
Simulcast over DCTC, Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
I am Sir Joshua Evaristo, your teacher broadcaster.
Aiming to give you another fun-filled learning experience, serving you with the different skills learned and have fun together.
Kumusta mga giliw kong tagapakinig?
Nagbabalik ang inyong paaralang panghimpapawid.
Aral TarlakHenyo
Sa RTV Tarlac, Channel 26,
At sa bayang naririnig sa DZTC 828,
Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
Tayo rin ay napapanood sa FB Live ng RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Sumasahimpapawid mula sa bayan ng Pura Tarlac,
mula sa bayan ng San Clemente.
Mula rito, sa Borok Elementary School, Pura Tarlac.
sa bayan ng Kapas Tarlac.
Ako, ang inyong guro,
na maghahatid sa inyo ng makabuluhang pagtalakay sa ating aralin.
How are you today?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, learners of Tarlac.
Good morning, Math Talino Grade 4 learners!
welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo
here on RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Simulcast over DCTC.
Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
I'm Sir Glenn, your teacher broadcaster.
Broadcasting live here at Paniki Tarlac.
Remotely here in Concepcion, Tarlac.
Live here at Barangay Pedro Elquines, Mayantok, Tarlac.
broadcasting live from Ramos National High School.
Your anchor teacher today for grade 9 mathematics.
your partner in education this time of pandemic.
Alam niyo ba na ang Pilipinas ay mayroong 7,641 islands? Mula sa bilang na 7,107 islands, nadagdagan ito ng 534 na isla noong 2017. Tanging 2,000 lamang sa mga islang ito ang natitirhan. Alam niyo na! Yan ang mga isla sa Pilipinas. Alam niyo ba na ang jeep ay ang pinakasikat na uri ng transportasyon sa Pilipinas? May nagsasabi na ang pangalang jeep